Hi, and welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. We worked on the barn a little bit. I think the whole property cleanup thing and stuff like that, I'm going to create a second channel, and it'll just be dedicated to that, because I hate to lose anybody on this channel because it's not, Bronco related or automobile related. So I think we're going to start up a second channel. It'll be just about cleaning up the property, fixing a barn, tearing down a barn. This weekend we replaced the door trim on the outside of the doors. Don't know how good that video is going to be. It's kind of the one that my wife helped me shoot, and also had our two girls in there wanting to film. So I might try to splice something together and get it out. But when that channel's live, I'll let you know, just so if you want to go check it out or not. But getting back to the Bronco, I think tonight, wanting to clean that front brace up a little bit and maybe start cutting the floor pan out and getting all that rust. May sand that back down and see how far the rust goes up before I start cutting. But anyways, we need to get that started while we're waiting on metal to replace that. So I think, I don't know what to do with it. But I think instead of trying to scab a piece onto the back of that one, I'm just gonna wait until I get a solid sheet. That way it has less welding for me to do. I can just use that flange tool and make a flange all the way across and bump it up underneath it and drill some sheet metal screws in and go ahead and tack it in. That way I don't have two spot welds on each side. I just have one on the top. Anyways, that'll be my plan to fix that. But as you can tell, I haven't got any metal yet for it. So we're waiting on that. I need to call. There's another metal place here locally that he thinks he can get it for me. So I'm gonna call him tomorrow and see if he found any or not. If not, I didn't find any this weekend because we, like I said, worked on the barn. So I'll try to run some down. If I have to go to the city, then I'll go to the city and get some. But anyways, we'll work on that front brace some and maybe mark where I want to cut to get that floor pan out, get all the rust out. But I think that's be all that we do tonight. Not much. Kind of late. You can tear it till here it's raining outside. Had a pretty big storm roll through. I'll say about a couple hours ago, and it sounded terrible. Had hail and everything else, but it didn't last very long. This is the remnants of it, just a little bit of rain. But an interesting thing, when I did come out this evening, I noticed something sitting on my fence, and it was I guess it was a white owl. He's pretty good size. Kind of freaked me out a little bit, but he took off. Either they're associated with bad luck or good luck, so I guess it depends on how you take it, but that's pretty neat. Hadn't seen one of those in a while. But anyways, we'll get on the Bronco and start cleaning up and marking places to cut. I think tonight we're gonna sand this back, go a little bit further up, and see how far that rust goes. That way we know where we need to mark. And I think I'm going to cut this right underneath that brace that goes to that inner fender well, yeah. Because I don't want to mess with having to try to reattach that. And I think I can get away with it because there's not too much rust right here, not like down here. So I figure I'm going to cut it right about that spot weld and just go straight across all the way out. And then sand this back some, make sure I get all that rust there, and this right through here and all down here. So it looks like I may go up about 1 inch which I think my floor I can do that with, because I think it has enough metal to I can, you know, massage over that way. I'll go take a look at it though, just make sure. I hate to cut off more than had to splice a piece in here. Yeah, I just checked. It looks like the new pan can go about 1.25 inches just by eyeballing it. So we should have enough to cover that if this doesn't go further up, which is kind of iffy right in there. But I think we'll sand this down through here and try to clean this out and get it ready. May try to pop this up some more. So I really like to have that where I can cut it easily. So we'll work on this front brace tonight. At least get it ready so we could prime it like this one. This is my line that I'm gonna try to cut straight. So it gets most of the real heavy pitting out. We'll get most of that. That's actually not too bad right there. Oops, sorry, right there. I think I'll be all right. And this could actually come in some, which I might bring it in a little bit. But and then be right below that spot weld for that brace and straight on out. That's my cutout plan. Now I gotta be careful right through here that I don't cut through the brace. Kind of like over here. But I think that should work out fine. I'll double check my floor pan, make sure I'll have enough metal to kind of bend back. Cause I don't think it'll fit in there perfect the first time. I'm trying to bend that flange back quite a bit, especially in this corner here, to get it to fit right. But I think it should work. Hopefully work out pretty well, I hope. If not, we can throw some extra metal in there and try to get it to fit right. Now, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup inside this brace and outside here looks kind of rough, but I like to. I think I'm gonna get my Dremel with the drum, kind of go in there and get all that rust out of that area. There seems to be a kind of like a lip in there. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be there or not. But we'll get that drum and put it in there for a minute and knock some of that rust out. And might call it a night after that. But let's clean this up a little bit. Maybe if we get it clean enough, might shoot some primer on it from here back. I think that'd make me happy. Anyways, let's get cleaning. I'm gonna spray it with the self-etching primer up to about here. Just coat that, and then once we're ready, we'll sand it back down on where it welds to. Sand all that back down, and we'll spray the weld through primer on it like we did this other brace over here. What it looks like. I think it'll be pretty good. The reason I sprayed this part was I wanted to get some of that primer into these pits here. Maybe help stop the rust. I'm not sure. It's just a thought I had. Anyways, we'll sand this all back off. All this through here, and of course the top rail, sound that off. And then we'll coat everything in the zinc weld. Then it'll look just like this one. And it should be ready to weld to. Of course, we gotta finish it out. Cut that part off. You know, cut all my lines. And actually this one needs to be brought up a little bit. Let's meet this top one. So I have to do that. I think the only thing I need to worry about when I cut this, like I said, is this brace that runs through here, because it goes up here, up underneath, and back over to the driver's side. Which I'm not sure. Hopefully the driver's side's better, or hopefully the driver's side brace it and rotted through. We'll have to take a look at that. But I think next time we'll grab the pan is over there. We got, excuse my placement of my panels for this. It's not very good, but anyways, we'll grab the floor from over there. We'll put it in here and see how my lines match up. But before we do that, we got to get that little piece out right there at least flatten it down so the pan will kind of sit flat. Then we start cutting this out. Hopefully by then I'll have another piece of metal ordered for this section through here. I think I might save this piece just to use as a template. So it worked pretty well. And it's a little long, but yeah, I don't want to scab another piece of metal to the back to make it work. I figure if I ever did want to sell it or something, I'd rather it look somewhat professionally done. So I had 2 pieces of metal and then one that's slapped on the back. I think that using this thing will make it better looking panel. Anyways, we will work more on this next time. Okay, I stand back and maybe what we're looking at. I think something has been living in that frame, because before I started blowing out, there's some kind of hair or something that was coming out of that hole. And then when I put the air to it, it sounded really weird in there. So I might have a rodent in there. And I think I do have yep, there's rat droppings there. Looks like a rat's nest up in there. So we got a mouse living in the Healy. I guess that's okay for now. I'm not messing with it, but I really don't want rats in here. One day we'll get to this. Hopefully sooner than later. Hopefully I'll be driving this or working on this. At least that's my plan. But anyways, so we're gonna leave her for tonight and come back like Wednesday and get back to it. Thanks for watching. We didn't do much tonight, but we got brace cleaned up well enough to put some etching primer on, I think, and got our lines kind of drawn out for the floor pan. But I'm gonna put the pan in there, make sure we have enough material we can move back, and we can I'm gonna try to butt weld that again. Kind of nervous now since this one piece down here didn't turn out too well, but that piece is okay. There's still holes in it, but I think it'll work. I hope it'll work. I just noticed that goes back straight and go like that, and then it kind of goes in towards the end. I have to look at the other side, and if it's straight all the way through, then I really overheated that area there, and well, might have to fix that. I don't know if that'll make my kick panel, too far out or in, so we'll have to watch that before we start welding everything up. Anyways, we got our lines marked and the brace painted. Then we'll continue taking the rest of the floor out. Cut, if my pan fits all right, then we'll cut it out. We'll start playing with the pan, trying to get it in there. And I think I'm gonna cut the lip off the outside, because the original floor pan didn't have that lip hanging over. And I'm afraid that extra bit of metal is gonna make my inner rocker pop out, and which will make my outer rocker pop out, I think. So if y'all have experience putting in floors, I may email some of y'all, see if I need to cut the lip off or not. but right at this point, I feel like I need to, at least where the inner rocker sits, and then leave the lip on the outside so I can spot weld to the kick panel. At least that's the plan. That's what I'm going with. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thank you to my new subscribers. Like I said, it really means a lot to me. I didn't really want to come out here today, but it wasn't as bad as some other days. So, but y'all keep me honest and keep me going forward on this. Even though if it's just a little bit, it's still progress. So, that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. I post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Usually something on Bronco. Like I said before, I'm gonna start a new channel. Yeah. Videos will be slow on that. It might be like maybe once or twice a month. But if it starts to get traction, then I may try to get more done on the weekends outside. With it being getting the colder weather, all that nastiness out there should start dying and drying up. So it'll be easier to take care of. But like I said, that won't impede the progress on the Bronco. We'll still keep going even through the winter. If I have to put a heater out here and wear overalls, we'll still get something done. Because I'm really wanting this to be on the road in a couple of years. Would be nice, but I'll see how finances go, stuff like that. But I got most of the parts over there for the major stuff. But just getting the body right and paint on it is gonna be my hardest problem, I think. So I think once we get the body off, I can strip it down to the frame, which I want to do, and just go over the whole frame, make sure there's no rot, and make sure it's square. I think I know how to. I can figure out how to do that, make sure it's square, and we'll go ahead and paint it. I would like to powder coat it, but I don't think I have the funds for that, and I don't really have any powder coating places in this area that I trust, because one of my people I work with took their frame to the only one that's close is about 60 miles away, and his frame just disappeared. So there's not a lot of trust in this area, so we might just have to paint it unless I find somebody in the city that can help me. But regardless, we'll get it done. We'll get it hopefully looking nicer, and I am gonna get rid of this junk here. Hopefully this holiday season, most of the stuff will be gone, and we'll use our sandblasting cabinet hopefully to blast some suspension parts on the Bronco, which I'm getting a real ahead of myself here because I'm still doing body work, and I think that body work's gonna take me well into next year. I hope not, but the way I'm going now, it seems like it is. But I don't think I'm gonna do as much in-depth repair on this side if I don't need to, because I think my kick panel inside isn't warped as much as that one was, because apparently somebody just threw open the door and it bent the not the door hinge, but the door latch, I guess you could say, where the kind of rope material, that's what they use for the door instead of the metal rods. It's just a piece of, I don't say piece of rope, but a piece of fabric, and that's to keep the door from slamming all the way against the front, because the hinges are on the outside, and it looks like somebody just threw it open and it twisted those points on the kick panel where that bolted to really bad. And I don't think they did as bad on the driver's side. So if we can get away without taking the kick panel out, that would be awesome. And we have to replace floor on that too, and the inner and outer rockers, and that other piece that I messed up over here, we have to do it on the driver's side too. And that one's gonna be a little more difficult because we got a hole for the I think it's the gas tank switch that we got to cut out on the driver's side, and like another little hole over there too. But anyways, that's further down the road, and hopefully that won't take as long, since I won't be having to do as much in depth as over here. But I figure doing this over here will give me a good experience to do that over there if I need to, and you know, my trucks and stuff too. Just experience with body work. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next.